Forests in India has been a great natural wealth, and to use the contemporary word, it's the biodiversity hotspot, a global hotspot. So this rich biodiversity and amazing forests of India were a great attraction for colonial plunderers. East India Company and then the British government eyed this resource with extreme lust, and they gave leases of mountains and ranges of mountains for petty prices. In 1864, they realized that the Indian forests must be owned by government for controlled exploitation of the forests. So 1864 was the year when a forest law was passed and forest department was born. Till then, forests used to be a natural wealth accessible to all. Even the kings and the sultans and rajas never owned the forest, never tried to own the forest. Rather, a quote, an order of or an edict of Shivaji Maharaj, which is quoted even today, is his order to the government staff that trees reared by the people, trees taken care by the people, or trees on which people depended for food, for livelihood, should never be touched for government purposes. So this was the Indian approach towards forests. But colonial way of legislating was monopoly control for commercial exploitation by a system called government. So the 1864 law was then strengthened again in 1878. The 1878 Forest Act was again amended in 1927, and the law was termed Indian Forest Act. The subtitle of Indian Forest Act is a law to control the trade and transit of timber in India. So the purpose of Indian Forest Act was very clear. It was nothing about conservation, it was nothing about people, it was nothing about tiger, it was about exploitation of timber by government as a monopoly. And the term often used by forest department was scientific management of forests. From 1927 till date, this scientific management of forests has survived, but forests have not. A very plain logic is that the people dwelling in forests, who always depended on forest for food, for fodder, for medicine, for everything, they treated forest as their deity. They worshipped forest and had a humility towards forest. But the department and its servants came as rulers or owners of forest. The approach was a paradigm shift, and it was in the favor of colonial profit-making mechanism of state. After independence, this should have been corrected, but it wasn't corrected. The Cattle Trespass Act of 1871 remains till date. The Indian Forest Act of 1927 remains till date. And what impact has it had on the forests? Forests have depleted. There were other legislations passed, like the National Parks Act of 1934, which again excluded people from having their survival rights in the forests. How did people, the forest dwelling communities and tribes, survived in the forest? By conducting their traditional livelihood measures. For example, gathering firewood from the forest, gathering fruit, gathering roots, gathering tubers from the forest, hunting in the forest, building houses from material naturally available from the forest. All of these methods were sustained by judicial extraction traditions. The traditions governed the extraction from forests. But forest department and forest legislation termed everything that the tribals and other forest dwellers did for survival as illegal, as crime. Even till date, if you see the statistics of 2016 to 2018, you will see that there are very few crimes recorded under the Wildlife Protection Act, but a huge number, in thousands, is recorded crimes under the Indian Forest Act. And what are those crimes? The crimes are collecting firewood, taking cattle to places where grazing is banned by law. So these things are poorest people doing things for bare survival. Terming acts of survival as crime is something colonial. It doesn't look good in a democratic country. But our country unfortunately did not realize this for 60, 70 years of independence. And finally, in 2006, our parliament recognized this historical injustice done to forest dwelling communities and passed the Forest Rights Recognition Act. We will talk about Forest Rights Recognition Act in our next video.